In this trick, you have any playing card freely named. So as I go through, we will just pick one at random, in this case, the 10 of hearts. And as you'll see in a second, there are no forces here. That was a free choice. Now, the 10 of hearts is blue, of course. Now, I say of course, but I haven't shown you the rest of the deck, and here is where it gets impossible. Because this is not a blue deck. This is an entirely red deck of cards. You can see every single card is red on the back except for that 10 of hearts, which is pretty cool, but that is just step one of this trick. Watch, I'll pop the 10 of hearts just up here, no switches, that will stay there. The spectator could even hold that if they were here. Now they're gonna touch any card. And the reason I get them to touch it is so that they know it is red on the back. They can see that their selection is a red playing card. There's no mistaking that. So let's take a look at the 3 of clubs right here. We'll use the 3 of clubs. Red 3 of clubs, blue 10 of hearts. All it takes is a rub for that blue ink to transfer itself onto the 3 of clubs. The 3 of clubs is now also blue, but we can take it one step further, watch. I'll take the 10 of hearts and I'll rub the faces now. And this card also becomes a 3 of clubs. 2 blue 3 of clubs. Everything can be examined. There are 0 gimmicks to be found here. And this is Printer. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing good. And today is another tutorial video. And I'm gonna teach you a super practical, super visual bit of card magic that you will be able to do after this video. It is surprisingly easy. Any named card is the only odd one out in the deck. And then the trick kind of segues into a different kind of trick, and I love it. The backs change color, the fronts change, and you are left completely clean. And the reset literally takes 1 second, so it is absolutely perfect for walk around situations. This is one for the workers. So if you perform at gigs or you want to perform at gigs, this is a great trick that you can throw into any deck of cards. Super easy, you have everything you need. And without further ado, let's learn exactly how to do Printer. In this trick, you're gonna need 2 decks of cards of 2 different colors. So I've got my red deck right here. And from the blue deck, as you probably imagined, you're gonna need 2 blue playing cards that are identical. I am using the 3 of clubs, little Penn and Teller reference. You can use any cards at all, it really does not matter. Super important, take out the matching card from the red deck. So in my case, I'm gonna remove goodbye, Mr. 3 of clubs, don't need you. I'm gonna remove the 3 of clubs because that would just make the trick very, very complicated. And would you look at that? We are set, we are ready to go. That is the preparation. Well, actually one last thing, you're gonna put these 2 3 of clubs on the bottom. And now we are truly done. That is the entire setup done. When I say the reset is really, really easy, that is the end of the trick. You end with these 2 cards and a deck that is clean, and you do that. And that's the reset. So I love this trick. For walk around, it's like, boom, on the bottom of the deck. I can even do it under my spectators' noses, and no one is ever gonna suspect that I just reset the trick for the next table. If you know any false shuffles, you can still do that with this deck so long as you keep the 2 3 of clubs on the bottom. So yeah, really, really easy. And now you start the trick by having a card named. And I start with the deck face up, but I don't really want to show them this card too much. What I will say is it is really unlikely they're going to remember this top card unless you are showing them the deck like this for ages. The fact that you're spreading, the fact that you're showing them lots of cards, and you are literally asking them to name one, means that they're going to be looking here. They're not going to remember this card. So let's say they just name the 5 of hearts, right, in this example. And whatever card they name, you take it out and you show it to them, the 5 of hearts. And as you're doing that, I am getting a break under this top card. Or if you want, you can even do that as you're closing the spread, which is really, really easy because then you can just get a little pinky break under one card, just under one of those top blue cards. This card, the named card, now goes on top. So I'm now holding a double, super simple. You can probably see where this is going at this point for the initial reveal. This is a trick in itself and you can end the trick after this moment. You lift up both cards and you show that it's blue. And at this point you turn the deck, careful not to reveal that bottom blue card right there. Just don't reveal that. And boom, you have a revelation. So I just turn the deck over with one hand, that's all I'm doing. I lift up these 2 cards, I show the back, and then with this hand, I just sort of curl my fingers and use my thumb to rotate the deck. There's not really a technique to that. Some people, to begin with, might just think that it's the top card that's red, so now you need to spread. And all I do is I take these 2 cards and I just flip them onto the top of the deck, and I spread as normal. I don't need to hold a double, there's no need to hold these as 2 cards. This red card now just blends into the rest as I spread. Obviously, don't spread right to the very end because you're gonna show that second blue card, but why would you anyway? It's fine, they've got the point. You show a load of red cards. That is one trick in itself, and boom, that feels like a sort of finale, but you say, actually, we can do one step further. I'll do it again for you. Look, you've seen the cards are red, so we'll pop the 5 of hearts into my top pocket, and I did a little subtlety there that I didn't do in the performance where I take this blue card, I go to put it in my pocket, and it's as if I've forgotten what the card is, so I look at it again and I say, yeah, 5 of hearts. And it's a nice little convincer that tells the audience that really is the 5 of hearts. Of course, we know it isn't, it's the 3 of clubs. Wherever that card is, if it's in the spectator's hand or if it's in your pocket, you now go into phase 2, and you say, this time I want you to touch a card. Rather than naming one, I want you to see that whichever card you touch, it has a red back. And make a big point of this. Say, look, you can see that's red, right? You can even get them to check the ink doesn't rub off or anything to overprove that this is a red card. And this time you're gonna leave it sticking out just like so. Now you're gonna go into a move that I absolutely love and I've taught on the channel before, I believe, where you're gonna switch this card in the act of pulling it out and turning it over. Of course, you're not going to actually do that. You're going to do this, which looks very, very similar and is very, very convincing, but of course you're switching it for that bottom blue card. So, blue 3 of clubs on the bottom, random card, doesn't even matter what it is out-jogged halfway. And this is what I'm gonna do. In slow motion and sort of from an exposed point of view, I'm actually pushing this one in and grabbing the bottom card and pulling it out. So I'm doing that all in one smooth move. So I push and I grab like this. Now normally it wouldn't be quite so exposed. I'm holding it in more of a deeper mechanics grip like this. So random card is pushed out, and I like to have it a little less than half. If it's really, really big, then you're gonna find that the move is just harder. You need to push further, and really you don't want it to look like you're pushing at all. So I like to have sort of a third of the card poking out of the side of the deck, and then I just grab and I pull like this. So in the act of grabbing that bottom card, I'm pushing this one in and pulling it out. Super cool move, I absolutely love it. Again, credit to Jay Sankey, who has a very similar move, but it's done slightly differently. So, here we go. We have this 3 of clubs, which they are utterly convinced is red. They've seen the back, now they've seen the front, and I'm just gonna reinforce that with my wording. I'm gonna say we're gonna take the red 3 of clubs and the blue 5 of hearts and rub the backs. And this is all drama, this is all acting at this point. I've done everything I need to. I now turn this over, I show the second reveal, this card is blue. And then I turn it back over and I say, and not just the backs, look, I can also do it with the faces. We'll take the 5 of hearts, super clean, no switches, all that sort of stuff, and I just rub them very sensually. I did not need to say that. I rub them just like so, and then this 5 of hearts apparently also turns into the 3 of clubs, and that's a super cool change. And then the best thing about this trick is you can hand everything out for examination. There we go. That is Printer, which is one of my absolute favorite practical effects and something that I really hope you enjoyed learning. This trick was actually on my list to teach on the Magician Club, and I decided last minute to actually share it on YouTube. So if you liked this tutorial, then this sort of trick is the sort of thing that I tend to teach over on the Magician Club, which is my membership for magicians, and for just $15 a month, you can get access to literally hundreds of tutorials and masterclasses and lectures teaching my best material, my A-side stuff, the stuff that I perform at gigs, like this sort of trick. And talking about the Magician Club, I want to take this opportunity to tell you about the Inner Circle, which is quite literally the inner circle of the Magician Club. It takes place on the same website, and of course members of the Inner Circle get access to the Magician Club, but they also get a whole lot more. The Inner Circle is essentially the place where I share bonus, extended, and exclusive content that no one else can get their hands on. I'm going to be producing exclusive masterclasses and lessons, teaching literally my closely guarded secrets, and I'm even going to be telling you what I perform at gigs. I'm going to be telling you what's in my repertoire, and these are secrets I never thought I'd be giving away. I also share personal content like Uncut Thoughts, where I talk to the camera about topics that I would never normally talk about publicly, like my creative process, or writer's block, or tattoos. I don't know, just random stuff that I get to share on camera and we get to have a real conversation. Probably most excitingly, you also get physical packages sent to your door at random containing books and decks of cards and magic tricks, props from videos, merch, just loads of stuff. I just put it in a box and send it to Inner Circle members. I've got a big list here and there is a lot of stuff that I'm not mentioning, but one thing I definitely do want to mention is that you also get access to all of my magic books. Literally 300 pounds of magic just thrown in for good measure, and that alone is worth 10 times the price of admission. So if all that sounds interesting, all of my magic books, physical packages, all the rest of it, then that is the Inner Circle. You can head to themagician.club, same website, you still get all the Magician Club stuff and you can sign up today. Thank you so much for watching this video, really hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.